Let's talk about something that everybody loves to talk about, AI, and how it can affect, hurt, or help your business. My name is Sawal. I'm one of the attorneys here at Ayala Law PA Business Law. We deal with AI in our work all the time. We have clients that use AI in their business. AI is a hot topic in the legal industry right now. Like anything that's new and exciting, there are a lot of questions that there might not be a clear answer on, but there are some areas of increased risk that have kind of shown themselves, as well as strategies to avoid this risk. Number one, uncertainty over AI generated content, images, branding, all of that type of stuff. The random vegetable videos that you see on your TikTok, are those protectable? Are those copyrightable? Recently, the United States Copyright Office has said that purely AI generated content like that with no significant human alterations is not copyrightable. It is a gray area as to what amount of human editing would be required to render something copyrightable. We'll probably have more information on that in the near future. However, if you are building a brand, especially a social media, online marketing, whatever it is brand, you don't want to be using just purely AI generated content, or you want to do it in a smart way. Another important way that this affects kind of the IP space is trademarks. Now, trademarks are a little bit different than copyright because it's just an image, it's a brand, it's a logo. So you may be able to claim that there's been some human editing on it, or it's easier to tweak what was originally an AI generated logo with some human effort. However, what AI won't have you do is check to see if the logo it generated for you is infringing on somebody else's trademark in the same industry. And you could be buying yourself a lawsuit from Getty Images, the New York Times, all of these famous publishers that have a bunch of content out there. A random copyright holder might make a claim against you, and you could be signing yourself up for, at the minimum, a cease and desist letter and a few $1,000s that you have to pay to avoid a lawsuit. If you are looking to use AI to help you with creating a logo for your business and you want to trademark it, I would speak with an attorney early and often in order to ensure that this brand that you're building is going to be something that you can ultimately protect. Because if you create a logo and you're in a computer industry and it looks awfully like some kind of a fruit with a bite taken out of it, you might have some problems, and you'd rather know that now than 5 years from now when you've built your brand out. Topic number 2, confidentiality, trade secrets, all this type of legal principles as far as protecting information that is not known to the public. If you want something to be a trade secret, something that's in your industry, it has a value, you're the only one that created it, or you're part of a limited group of people that know it, you have to treat it as confidential. If you're plunking your trade secret formulas or your trade secret practices into AI to ask it questions about that, you're in a way publishing it to another. AI, especially the consumer facing ones, they are not designed to keep things confidential. They're actually the complete opposite. They are a language learning model. They are using all the prompts that you, me, millions of other people are putting in every day to improve and make itself better. But in order to do that, it's taking the private information you're putting into it and making it public. So how this affects the legal industry is an ever-evolving area, but if you're dealing with client-specific information, things as far as contact information, anything that a client would consider confidential, you do not want to be plugging that into AI, or if you do use some limited AI, you need there to be a very clear disclosure in your contracts with your clients. The next topic I want to talk about, and you've heard me speak about this before, is AI-generated contracts, terms, conditions, things that you're using for your business, because at the end of the day, AI is not perfect. It's much better than it was 5 years from now, and 5 years from today, it's probably going to be light years better than it is now, but it's still not a human. It's still something that has the capability of just purely hallucinating a term or hallucinating a case if you're using it in law, or creating parts of a contract that are kind of at odds with each other, because it's a robot at the end of the day. And while it's great for analyzing and helping and being a tool, if it's all that you're using to be drafting these contracts where millions or tens of millions of dollars are at stake, you're putting yourself kind of up for failure. So when using it in your business, using it to create dashboards, using it to handle your relationships with your clients, it's important to think of AI as a tool that should be monitored by the appropriate authorities. If you're dealing with anything with legal repercussions, yes, that does mean involving a lawyer. The same as I wouldn't trust AI to diagnose me, I would still go to a doctor to confirm what AI thinks is wrong with me. You should be using a lawyer in tandem with the AI that you're using in your business. Why am I a business attorney talking to you guys about this? Well, it's because as an attorney, as a law firm, we service people, and people are using AI more and more and more, especially in their businesses. So here are a couple quick tips that can help you in using AI to protect your business and how a lawyer might be able to help you. First thing is to have a lawyer or your legal team craft a specific AI use policy for all of your employees. If you have dozens or tens of dozens of employees, they're going to be using AI probably whether you want to or not. You could restrict the use of AI. You could say that you can only use certain AI tools, but you still need a policy which specifies how you're going to use it. This can also help you down the line with the things that I spoke about before, where if you have policies in place that are clearly sent out to the team and it talks about how you're going to use client information and how that shouldn't touch AI, or exactly how you're going to use AI with sensitive trade secrets, it can really help limit the exposure to you and your business for liability if you have a bad acting employee. Another way that this might affect you or how a lawyer can help you is if you are working with businesses and you're not the one using AI, they are, and you want to make sure that you know that they're using AI and how it could affect your business. So something that you could have your lawyer include in the contract is a required disclosure for any AI use, especially when you're dealing with content generation or document analysis, that you have to be told if AI is being used and which platform it's being used with. Because if you're dealing with somebody else, and let's say you have some NDAs in play, a non-disclosure agreement, and they're using AI, that may be a violation of your non-disclosure agreement. And it'd be much better for you to get ahead of it rather than to find out a year later that it was being disclosed and then you have to file a lawsuit or something of that nature. Speaking with a lawyer first can save you headaches later if you're doing it proactively. At the end of the day, I'm not here, no attorney should be here to try and slow your business down by getting in the way of your use of AI. But one call, one consultation can save you thousands of dollars later and dozens of hours of stress if you get hit with some type of an AI-related lawsuit or you're alleged of misusing AI with certain confidential information. So if you're a business owner that uses AI, or really any business owner because AI is so prevalent, I'm talking about making one consultation, one call to me or my team, and it can save you thousands of dollars, countless hours of stress later, rather than being hit with a lawsuit or something of that nature alleging AI misuse. If you're also a business owner interested in other legal pitfalls or risks that you might not think about, we're having a free webinar. It's coming up on September 9th, and it's free for any business owner that registers with us. And we'd love to see you there just to get to know the businesses in our area better and to help serve them better. That's everything that we have for today. Hope you have a great rest of your day and look forward to seeing you at our webinar.